everyone, welcome back to Ormsby Farm and the Halfway Homestead. So it is officially Vlogmas. It is day one. Well, y'all, I'm shooting the day before the day, if that makes sense. But it is day one of Vlogmas. I am going to be vlogging every single day for the month of December. And we're going to talk about one of my new favorite ways to freeze meals today on this video. Plus, we're going to sit down, we're going to light our Advent candles since it's the beginning of Advent. And we are going to talk about all the things that are to come this December, this Vlogmas 2025. So I hope you go ahead and use this hashtag right here if you would like to join in, and also tune in a little bit later tonight at 8 o'clock. I'll be going live with Monica, and we're going to be talking about Vlogmas. We're going to be talking about the podcast and the radio show, and just I'm going to be talking about my moving status, so you won't want to miss it. So let's go ahead and get into our Vlogmas opening, and then we can sit down and talk about what I like to do to freeze new foods now, and we're going to talk about all the other good stuff. So let's get into the opening. Oh, well, first, if you are new here, hey, y'all, I'm Casey from Ormsby Farm and the Halfway Homestead. I was a city boy that moved out to the country, but then I moved back to the city. But now I'm planning to move back to the country. So if these type of videos interest you, whether that's backyard chickens, homesteading, cooking from scratch, any of that good stuff, gardening, make sure to like and subscribe. And go ahead and hit the bell icon, because YouTube will then notify you anytime that I put out new videos. So now let's get into the opening. Alrighty, so before we sit down and light the candle, let's just talk about my new favorite way of freezing food. Now, I always talk about doing the meals leftovers in my Nesco electric pressure canner. But listen, sometimes it's not enough even for a whole quart jar. What I like to do is, they're not super cubes, but they're close enough. It's these silicone 1 full cup, kind of like puck. I will leave it in my Amazon storefront, and I will also leave the link down below. And you can go ahead and get it. But what I like to do now is kind of fill them up with leftovers, whether it's soup or casseroles or meatloaves, whatever it is. Then I flash freeze it overnight, and I'll show you some of the ones that I have out in the candy area. And then I have a meal last minute that's super quick to heat back up. And I'm saying that because I cooked a turkey noodle casserole after Thanksgiving, and it was just a lot. It was a lot. And when I cook for one person, it's usually me cooking for 9 billion. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to flip you around. I'm going to show you how I put them in my knockoff super cubes. And then we're going to freeze them. And then on day 2, you'll see what the pucks look like. I'll show you the other pucks. But let me go ahead and turn you around so we can go ahead and get that started. Alrighty, all I do is I put this mold. Again, this mold is great because you can pop them out straight on a cookie sheet, and we're just going to load this casserole, leftover casserole, into this and press them down. Now, I've already washed my hands, done all that kind of fun stuff. And now all I'm going to do, and this is still cold, is I'm going to scrape scoops of the casserole, and we're just going to put it in here. And y'all, I have done this with a lot of different casseroles. Let me tell you, it does get messy, so just bear with me. We're using our hands. God gave us hands for a reason. I've done this with different casseroles, and it works out wonderfully every single time. Literally, you're prepping a single serving of it. That's what you're doing. And when it's just me on the homestead, this is great. Or it's a busy podcast night, literally, this is great to then pop out, pop in a bowl, and reheat. And it looks like we're going to get about 4 servings off of it, which is great. That's literally 4 more dinners that now I can count as very, very little in my meal plan. I don't know if y'all hear Des acting a fool upstairs, but that's what she is doing. what she does lately nowadays. If this doing it this way brings down my cost for my meals when I do my meal budget and all that kind of stuff. So let me push all this down. Let me get it all pushed down, and then I'll come back and I'm gonna show you what everything looks like. Alrighty, y'all, there we go. So I got the casserole put into the little pots. We also had some leftover ham and bean soup that I put them in there, and literally that's all I do now. So now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna walk out to the freezer, put this in there, and I'm gonna pull one out to show you. Alrighty, y'all, we are in the canning room area. I got my thing on. Y'all, look at all these tubs for holiday decor. Yeah, do I have a problem? Yes. Yes, I do. So I can't step right over here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find a good level spot to put this, because this will freeze now, and I freeze it into things like this. This is what I got in here. I got some goulash. I think one of them's a meatloaf. This is beef roast here that we had left over, froze them in the pots. See? We can just pop it out. It is so convenient to have those. Like, I absolutely love it. This is now my favorite way. Again, this mold I will put in the Amazon storefront, and I'll leave a link down below so you can see it. But yes, now let's go chat. Alrighty, so if y'all end up doing some of that or ordering the silicone pucks, I call them pucks. I don't know what you would really call them, but my little knockoff super cubes, let me know in the comments. Leave me a comment and tell me, hey Casey, I tried it and it's pretty amazing. So now we're sitting here, we lit the first candle. Today is the start of Advent. And so I lit the candle. I have a whole series that comes out every single Monday of lighting the candle, different prayers, different hymns that go with it, and scripture. So you're not going to want to miss that. So go ahead and check out. I think by the time this video comes out, yesterday my video for Advent would have come out. Go and check it out and hit that bell, a reminder, so every time a new Advent video comes out, you can watch it. But we're going to sit down, we're going to chat for a minute. I have my little martini in my holiday glass. Cheers. And this is what you can expect this year, Vlogmas 2025, from me over at Ormsby Farm and the Halfway Homestead. So, Monday and Tuesdays are going to be very sporadic videos, but one thing that we're going to do is we're going to make some homemade hot cocoa together in a couple of the videos. We're going to be doing some different cookie recipes. I'm going to be taking you to a lot of different lightings and stuff with the family. And then every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we're going to do a Cook With Me series. And I feel like my camera is lopsided. It probably is, y'all. Bear with me. But Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we're doing Cook With Me's. And what I'm going to do is the day before, I will put out the recipe of the dinner that I am making. And we're going to make it inspired on Christmas movies. So we're going to make some dinners together. And then we're going to sit down and we'll watch, well, we won't watch the full video. But we're going to watch the movies that I've written down, my top 10 favorite ones that I want to see this holiday season. And it's just going to be a fun little series. They're going to be a lot shorter videos than you're used to. You're used to me having like 15, 20, 25-minute videos. These are going to be anywhere from 5 to 7. They're going to be quick, if not sometimes shorter than that. I'm going to try to get one in because I do one every single day. So you can expect that this holiday season. Oh, and every Sunday will be an Advent one. So we'll sit down, we'll recap the week, and we'll sit down in front of the Advent wreath and candles and kind of talk about that. So yeah, y'all, thank you so much for tuning into this video. Again, it was a quick one where I just showed you my new favorite way that I am freezing dinners to help with my budget, to help with my meal prepping. And I hope you enjoyed it. So if you did, go ahead and press that subscribe button if you haven't already. But also click the bell, because then YouTube will notify you anytime that I put new videos out on my channel. And it's going to be every single day in December, y'all. Every single day, you're going to get your fill of Casey this Christmas. But also head over to social media, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, all at Ormsby Farms. I will see you over there. I probably won't post as sporadically on that. I'm not gonna do every day over there. I may, you never know. We're just gonna see how December takes us, y'all. So y'all, cheers. Thanks for stopping by. I will see you on day 2 of Vlogmas 2025. Bye, y'all. Be blessed.